now, but one of my mom's things that she would talk to her friends about and rave about, she was an extra in Home Alone. And I remember that the skating rink scene. Does anybody remember that? And by virtue of being her son, I just want you all to bow down to me. You know? Oh my goodness.
I'm related to a movie star.
Yeah. And she didn't even say a thing.
That's awesome.
Okay, this is one that about a person you may or may not recognize. It's called The Cave at Dusk. She hiked many mountain trails to arrive here. Although she's tried to figure this out, the answers don't come by human striving. Engaged in the sunset out there, bizarrely. Here she has to merely listen and rest in the immeasurable increments of the present. The way's been hard. In order to reach where she is right now and where she'll reach in other days, tough. In more ways than one, relinquishing all the accessories offered to her from egocentric conditioning factories. So the painstakingly took up the practices she felt she needed to come to this end. And yet really, it was a beginning. As she pulls herself up the raggedy, jagged rock face, she feels them binding more tightly on the cuts on her legs and arms. Every so often, she couldn't resist, itching them. Her legs were sweating in her heavier pants, and the obnoxiousness of the itching was just about even with her pain. Her general trajectory is upward, one tricky step at a time. Her climbing boots have a sacred purpose and leverage. To get over hard rocks and rock walls and faces, the integration for her. Her knees and shins have had their mark of the slaughterhouse. Up she goes and she almost faints as she pulls herself up and over at the mountain's hairline. There are emissions here, though. No other beings of life other than the scraggly oaks who bow to her, shifting their weight, throwing her goddamn kisses and welcoming all. She looks around and spots a cave about 50 yards to the east. She's always feared caves. What might be lurking inside? What might she encounter as she goes inside? Walking to the entryway of the cave, she felt waves of highly intensified, anxious fear. She was at this place alone, vulnerable, armed only with a 6-inch blade. She had made it for herself in towels. It was VIP, very important principle. Be responsible for yourself. Thank you. Thank you. I guess we haven't had any full moons for a while. I haven't seen any for a while. Maybe they're hiding up in the gray matter. But this was called full moons. Today was a crazy day. Most of us know the tales of full moon madness. Just the other night, we were lit up by a blue moon, a moon that is full twice in 1 month. I'm talking strange, weird behaviors, stress-aroused craziness. Yet I wonder if the cause of this abnormality is like some galactic genetic precipice that glides on rock, or anything who just happens to be in its headwaters or the aftermath. It may be the stars, and it may be planetary alignment. It may be tricking off of a prehistory memory bomb that we carry today. Having been passed down the line in our brain chemistry, unseen psychic energy through our generations, our unsaddled souls riding in on the high bunches of spirit, higher than gravity's weight. Thank you. This one's called Wise Guys, okay? Okay, I'm from Chicago, and there were a lot of wise guys around there, you know what I'm saying? And the people would come up to me on the street, I don't know them, they say, hey, you do that again? You look at me that wrong way? I'm gonna put some concrete shoes on your feet, and I'm gonna throw you in the Chicago River. That's the one that dyed green for St. Patrick's Day. But this is called Wise Guys. Wisdom weaves a threefold knot that doubles as a hologram. Only the weavers can know and bless, and bliss arrives softly. Like an airtight fog of chemicals, indifferent to all created and dependent objects and beings. To dirt-trapped eyes, it presents a mess. Moving from large to small is bountifully beautiful, living life on a simple guess. Thank you. They're all pretty short. I turned over a new leaf.
Paper.
Yeah, paper with short poems. Okay, this is called The Wind Listener. There's a hush in the neighborhood. Shh. In the end of days, cool spot, she whispers some heavenly earthly chant as she blows past the hairs on her neck. So, attention, quiet, at ease. She speaks to me while hovering over the path of bees. Pulls the milkweed cotton over my eyes. The cotton cat o' nine tails carries the history of the earth and indecipherable code. She, again, wants to give birth. Every start has a finish, every end a beginning. The waters find, oh, one of the milky flesh swimming air pockets, rustling the hairs on my arms. Her Notre Dame of chairs across the homeless cares. I will follow on wings of vapor. Thank you.